Just thought I'd try something a little different at the moment. But at the same time, what's wrong with a little tradition, right? Lovely. And for our drinkers, alright, we're going to try to keep this as condensed as possible because it's really not a lot to it. Just explaining a little something. We came across something, well, actually a while ago, but we just decided now is the time to address it for whatever reason. I guess purpose gave us purpose. Right now is the purpose. Whatever the purpose. The beloved Looney Tunes cartoon character Pepe Le Pew, in the last decade or so, was forced into retirement from the cartoon world. That's not to say you can't see him in his old heyday cartoons, but it's not likely he will be showing up in any new Looney Tunes cartoons. And why is that? Because of a misconception. A misconception perceived by those who are ignorant of the truth. Those who project their own failings, their own discriminations, their own stereotyping upon this poor, unfortunate skunk. This is the, to my understanding, issue of why Pepe Le Pew has been retired. Pepe Le Pew is a skunk who falls in love quite often with black female cats who end up with a white stripe down the back, giving Pepe Le Pew the false impression that they are a beautiful young lady skunk. And so he chases them, and they run away from him because, well, he's a skunk. Who wouldn't run away from a skunk? Now, the issue is, Pepe Le Pew is a French skunk. He is a French skunk. Now, this apparently is an issue. Apparently, you can't be a French skunk and not give the impression that you're claiming that all French people stink like skunks. That is the impression, that is the stereotype, that is the idea, that is the perception of the ignorant. Yes, I said it. That is the perception of the ignorant, of those who have their own hang-ups. In Pepe Le Pew cartoons, Pepe Le Pew Le Skunk is the only one that stinks. Why does he stink? Is it because he's French? No. It's because he is a skunk. If he was an American skunk, he would smell like a skunk. If he was a Spanish skunk, he would smell like a skunk. If he was Australian skunk, he would smell like a skunk. Are you getting what I'm going at here? Why then is Pepe Le Pew French? Well, in the 20th century, probably before and beyond, there is a strong, I would say, positive stereotype that the French, the country of France, is a very romantic country. Matter of fact, in the United States, the city of Paris is considered to be one of the most romantic cities in the world. City of love, city of lights, city of romance. And so, the creators of Pepe Le Pew, with that mindset that the French are the most romantic of people, they decided that skunk, who is always trying to romance some unfortunate kitten who has the unfortunate luck of having a white stripe down her back, and has drawn the attention of Pepe Le Pew, who only is trying to find the beautiful lady skunk. I am looking somewhere to find you. Yes, Pepe Le Pew is French because he is romantic. That is why he was made French. Not because any of the creators of Pepe Le Pew thought that the French people stink. They did not intend that impression. In the cartoons, only one to sink is Pepe Le Pew. He is typically, in his cartoons, in France. More specifically, he is typically in Paris. He walks around the streets. All the other people, nobody else around, seems to be affecting others in a way that they stink. If they're in France and everyone, if that was the case, everyone in France, as depicted in the cartoon, would show to be smelly, of foul odor. But they're not. No, they're all running from Pepe Le Pew. Why? Le skunk! That is it. That is all I really wanted to say. I wanted to defend this poor skunk, Pepe Le Pew, who was forced into retirement because the ignorant didn't see the real picture. They had their own hang-ups, and they projected them onto poor Pepe Le Pew, who's got enough problems as it is, being a skunk who easily falls in love. He's a hopeless romantic, and now he's been misperceived as a negative stereotype to suggest that the people of France all stink. That is not the case. Even from my understanding, in France, Pepe Le Pew is not French. He is Italian. Because they want to show that the Italians are the stinky ones. In France, the Italians are the ones that are skunks. That's not what's going on. All you're doing, dear France, in making Pepe Le Pew Italian, is you're projecting that the Italians are the most romantic peoples on the planet. Are you feeling me now? Ay, 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 ay. People crack me up. The ignorance of people, snowflakes, cancel culture, all this BS based on ignorance. Your ignorance. Not of such malicious intent from the creators of such beloved, sweet, innocent, romantic, loving cartoon characters. Like Pepe Le Pew, the skunk, who is always looking for a young, beautiful lady skunk. Adieu, adieu, au revoir. Do not be thy minion. I'd say it in French, but I don't know how to say it in French. So, don't be a minion, and Au revoir.